Also on a weather alert for here in western Washington as well.
Let's go out to Nia Wong, who's at the Tolt River in Carnation, where it is supposed to crest at 5. So Nia, how are things looking out there right now?
These waters are creeping closer, and let me tell you, even though people in Carnation are used to flooding, whenever those waters rise, it is always concerning. Now, as you mentioned, I am along the Tolt River. It is still expected to crest around 5 o'clock. Right now, it's in phase 2, which means minor flooding, and you're kind of looking at it behind me. Phase 2 means some of the water going into roads, but King County Flooding Center says it's getting close to phase 3, which would push it into the moderate category. That could mean more road closures and some flooding on private properties, an issue that Rob Bowman dealt with just last year.
I'm a little concerned because I'll get trapped at home and not be able to go anywhere. Then you have to drive a long ways around and the traffic really backs up.
Well, this is the Tolt River. Carnation is actually between the Tolt and Snoqualmie, and the Snoqualmie River is where we could see some real problems heading into tomorrow. That's when the National Weather Service predicts that around 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, that's when we're gonna see some major flooding, possibly overnight into tomorrow. And if it does reach that peak, we could see some deep and swift floodwaters going into farms, homes, and roads. Of course, once again, these conditions could change. We're going to be keeping an eye on things out here. For now, sending it back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Leah. Now, if you happen to live over in Pierce County, you can get some help to deal with some of the flooding. East Pierce Fire has 2 self-serving sandbag locations. One is right next to Fire Station 119 near South Prairie Play Park. The other is behind Fire Station 116 in Buckley.
And this weather is already knocking out power. Earlier this afternoon, thousands of people were without power in the South Seattle area. At this moment, Puget Sound Energy says that nearly 2,600 people are out of power, but mostly they are near the Mount Rainier area, so they are concentrated in that area. You see it right there on the map.
And this weather is already impacting folks. Like you can see, this tree falling on top of this parked car. Now, this happened on Bellevue, Southeast 43rd Place. Crews needed a chainsaw to clear this out. Authorities there do recommend that you stay wary while you're out there on the roads. And the heavy weather also really stirred up some of the waves on the coast near Forks this morning, as you can see on your screen. We did see some big crests crashing down on the beach there.
And we have this time lapse of clouds rolling in over I-90 this afternoon. You see those cars
pretty much
going...
look like this just about all day outside, right?
Yeah, so Aaron, Lisa is tracking everything for us right now. You see kind of the wind shaking up that camera right there. Wow. We've seen a lot of gusts coming today, and when we were driving in, I noticed a lot of falling leaves, you guys.
Action, if you will, when it comes to portions of the Central Sound, just a lot of those wind speeds, and that is going to be the big story here in the next couple of hours. So here's a look at what we're currently seeing right now. This is Max 1. I'd love to get over to Max 2, but the windows here showing that cloud cover in place, lots of rain taking place all across the area. So here is where we have that area where we're not seeing a whole lot of rain, right? This rain shadow that's developing. Well, this is eventually will clear up with more of that rain happening later on in the evening. I do want to expand out, and that's where we're seeing most of the rain happening across parts of the South Sound. A lot of this is very heavy, so we're watching for that accumulation to continue to add up right now. But here's what we're seeing right now. Flood warnings in place already happening across Snohomish over into parts of King County, down across Pierce County, Skokomish. We've got Carbon, and we even have Puyallup. The rivers there are going to be flooding. In fact, we're going to be seeing around action to moderate flood stages for a lot of those area rivers because of this. Take a look at all that accumulation developing across the area. We've got over 4 inches of accumulation in the past 36 hours across the coast, and we've seen over 4.5 inches across parts of the passes as well. So these are the rivers that I'm watching right now, already reaching near flood stage. We're talking about the Tolt, Snoqualmie, White River, all the way down to Puyallup, River. You're now at minor flooding. So, Aaron, this is a big concern for a lot of us, and we'll keep our eyes peeled later on tonight and tomorrow morning as they crest.
Yeah, for sure. Rivers rising and bursting over their banks. That's something we're keeping an eye on. We're keeping an eye on the big picture. And you notice when Lisa was talking about the rain shadow, Seattle area really fairly dry today. It's been fairly fortunate to not see as much showers as everybody else. And you can see that evident here at Red Square at the University of Washington. Up to the South Sound, we're looking here in Pierce County. You can see that it is slick roadways. We've got our swim camera up updating. Look at this Hurricane Ridge. You can see the plow there pushing out some of the slushy rain and snow that's turned to that slush from snow to rain. So, okay, so let's push through and show you what's going on up in the mountains. That winter weather advisory still remaining in effect this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Some of them will lift. It's just going to be pockets where they lift. So above 1,500 feet to the North Sound, you drop down to the Central Sound. We'll see those totals pick up, and we'll be around 2,000 feet, still below pass level. 2,500 feet for the Cascades of Lewis County. It's going to make for tricky pass travel. You need to know the roads and check in with us before you go. Here's a look, though, at where we are headed and what's going on over the Cascades through Sunday. So those snow levels really plummeting after tonight. We'll see those dip way down. And again, it's going to be sloppy, but we're seeing the winds die down in some spots and then kick up in other spots, but we've got that rain shadow effect in play. We've got a weather alert for our wind warning through Admiralty Inlet, Port Ludlow, those places. We could see gusts up to 60 miles an hour. So this isn't just a light, weak windstorm. We have the advisory through much of Puget Sound. These are things we'll be keeping an eye on. We'll get some of the peak wind gusts and some of the top rain totals coming your way, along with a look at the 7-day forecast. We'll be back with more weather in just a minute.
All right, don't forget, you can stay up to date with all of our weather coverage with the Fox 13 weather app. We'll send out live pushes as things develop. You can also find the live radar so you'll know up-to-date conditions in your area. The app is free to download on Google Play and the App Store.